Minister out of the House of Commons, live, in front of the cameras. He was shouting as he was led away. The images are now being replayed across the world. For the first time in 300 years of British parliamentary history, a sitting Prime Minister has been physically removed from the chamber. And remarkably, it all began with 7 words from Nigel Farage. This was not an edited clip or an internet rumor. It unfolded in real time, broadcast live to millions, as the world watched the collapse of composure, and perhaps the unraveling of authority, inside the very heart of British democracy.
This was a
Wednesday, 12:15 p.m. Prime Minister's questions. The Commons packed to capacity. The familiar green benches filled, cameras rolling, the usual theater of political combat about to begin. On the surface, nothing appeared unusual. But within minutes, the institution would witness something unseen for centuries. A Prime Minister losing control before the nation's eyes. Nigel Farage, the leader of Reform UK, rose to speak. Calm, prepared, and armed with documents. Immigration statistics, leaked correspondence, and a precise accusation.
Before he was appointed, went through a
But unlike his past
process.
confrontations, there was no bluster. His tone was deliberate, clinical. Mr. Speaker, he began, the Prime Minister promised to stop the boats. Instead, we've seen 45,000 illegal channel crossings this year alone. Deportation flights cancelled, hotels costing the taxpayer $8 million per day. And now leaked documents show secret talks with Brussels about rejoining EU migration schemes. Each sentence hit with the weight of evidence. Across the benches, silence. Keirstarmer's jaw tightened. Labour MPs shifted uneasily. This wasn't theatre. It was cross-examination. Farage pressed on. The British people voted for border control. They voted for sovereignty. Instead, they got betrayal dressed up as compassion. When will the Prime Minister admit his policies have failed? It was a brutal, direct challenge, but still within parliamentary convention. Then came the moment that changed everything. Without being called by Speaker Lindsay Hoyle, the Prime Minister erupted. He shot to his feet, pointing across the chamber, his voice rising above the noise. Lecture this government on compassion. When all you do is spread hatred and division. The chamber fell silent. Even veteran MPs, hardened by decades of political combat, sat frozen. This wasn't passion. It was fury. Starmer's anger surged. You have no right to talk about British values, he continued, when you've spent your career dividing this country. You are a disgrace to this chamber. Speaker Hoyle immediately called for order. The Prime Minister will resume his seat and address the chamber appropriately. But Starmer ignored the warning, stepping forward, red-faced and trembling with rage. This man has no business questioning our policies when he can't even hold his own party together. Hoyle's tone sharpened.
I'm on my way
The Prime
back
Minister
to
will
London.
resume his
When I
seat
arrive,
immediately.
I will check.
Still, Starmer refused. It was a moment few believed possible. Britain's most powerful political figure defying the authority of the Speaker, live on national television. Then came the intervention that stunned Westminster. Standing Order 43, Hoyle declared. A phrase few outside Parliament would ever have heard, a rule granting the Speaker the power to eject any MP, even the Prime Minister, for disorderly conduct. The Prime Minister is directed to withdraw from the chamber immediately, Hoyle said. Astonished gasps echoed across the Commons. Starmer froze. You can't be serious, he replied.
A lot of hard work,
I am entirely
to do.
serious,
We've achieved
came the
great
Speaker's
things in
measured response. This chamber will not tolerate personal attacks in place of reasoned debate. Security, please escort the Prime Minister from the floor. The shock was total. Photographers' shutters clicked in rapid bursts. 2 security officers approached. Starmer looked around, searching for support, but none came. Even his own MPs avoided his gaze. This is outrageous, he muttered, but his voice faltered. The officers guided him gently toward the exit. His posture slumped.
He doesn't like
His
it.
authority
He hates
evaporated
the
with
vision of
each
it.
step. And so, in front of the cameras, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom was escorted from Parliament, a moment unprecedented in modern British history. Then calmly, Nigel Farage spoke again. This is what happens when politicians can't defend their failures, he said. They lash out. They break down.
Before he was appointed,
But the British
went through
people
a due
deserve
diligence
leadership, not
process.
tantrums. The contrast could not have been sharper. One man composed, the other visibly broken.
For the right to work.
Within minutes,
By
the
the
footage
end of this
dominated
parliament.
social media. Within 5, PM thrown out was trending globally. Within an hour,
This
it
was a
led every
dreadful
major news
attack.
bulletin,
A
from
terrorist-
CNN to Al Jazeera. live in front of the nation. The media response is merciless. The Guardian calls it a moment of madness. The Mirror asks, "What have you done, Keir?" Late-night hosts replay the footage for laughs, and online, "thrown out of Parliament" becomes a national meme. But behind the humor lies something deeper and darker. Public trust in politics crashes to historic lows. Just 23% of Britons now say they have confidence in the political system. For many, Starmer's outburst is more than a lapse in judgment. It's a symbol of a broken establishment. Farage, ever the strategist, exploits it with precision. On his national tour, he shows clips of Starmer's fury before asking packed crowds, "Is this the leadership you voted for?" The crowd's reply is deafening. No. Labour's attempts at damage control fall flat. Spokespeople describe the outburst as passion or standing up to extremism, but few are convinced. Ministers defending the Prime Minister appear uneasy, rehearsed, and unpersuasive. The public isn't buying it. 3 weeks after the incident, the dam finally breaks. Labour MPs begin submitting letters of no confidence. Senior party figures accuse Starmer of disgracing the movement, and the man who secured a landslide victory only months ago suddenly finds himself fighting for political survival. So, where does Britain stand tonight? One furious moment didn't just tarnish a prime minister. It ignited a political earthquake, shaking the very foundations of Westminster. The old order is cracking. Something new is emerging. And the question now, echoing across the nation, is simple. What happens next? Will Starmer weather the storm, or is this the beginning of the end? Could Nigel Farage, against all odds, actually be on course for number 10? And beyond that, what does this mean for British democracy itself?
He hates the vision.
Is this a temporary crisis, or are we watching the collapse of the traditional political order unfold in real time? The answers may arrive sooner than anyone expects.
Before he was appointed,
because if this saga proves anything, it's that in modern politics, 3 minutes can change everything. So what do you think? Does Starmer survive this? Will Reform UK keep climbing? And could Farage really become Prime Minister? If you found this breakdown insightful, hit like and share it, because this story isn't over, not by a long shot.